Okay, folks, back again. Where are the super readers? Because we got our normal vision on. Give myself a little bit of a height advantage. And let's get the cutting board out here. Because we have some reinforcements. We got some stuff in the mail today. Took a long time coming here. And it was these three sets right here. I've done an unboxing video on them. All in 1/72 scale. The honey and the Valentine set and the Humber. So, with that said, let's get one of the honeys out here. Two screws each. And it does come with instructions. Because some of them don't. And let's disconnect this from over here and plug it into the other side. Because I'm really curious to see what it is that I have to build out of scratch to be able to put these other tanks into use. Alright, so according to these instructions, whether or not they are correct or not will be the determining factor of that. Because there's errors in these things sometimes. It's showing you need to use the side with the sand skirts. Well, we're definitely going to build one with sand skirts for sure. Okay. Definitely that. And these are, I don't know what I'm going to get done in this session. But the top section it tells you to use is this green one here, which would be, if you look at the turrets like that, it would be this one. Well, where's the part that it tells you about the sponsons? Because it obviously told you the wrong frickin' one. Really should be using this one, because the honeys don't have these coax machine guns. They don't have that, so we're not going to install that. But it's telling you what's different between these two. How are these even different? Okay, this one has little fender things. Little flared fenders. Okay, one of those. Okay, this is the honey turret that's octagonal. The honey top. I don't know what's so different about these two pieces. It gives you two separate ones. Look almost identical. This piece for the rear. We're going to test everything. This piece here. This piece here. This piece here. Let's flip to the other side here. And this is the critical piece. This is the critical piece. I think that if you can somehow manufacture this piece, you can build multiple tanks out of here. I think you're still going to need a gun barrel though. It only comes with one gun barrel, so that doesn't solve that problem. It's more trouble than it's worth. Okay. So let's put the super readers on so we can see exactly what we're doing. Take the big chunks off. That's a precarious place to put that one. I almost bought 4 packs of these at one point. Figure I'd be better off having multiple sets of different things than having 12 of one thing. conscious of the time. I gotta go switch some clothes out at some point. Okay. Now, this is probably about right. Let's see how this fits with this one in place. That's an unfortunate place to put that. If this fits like this, oh, I see, maybe. No. How about we just put this together the way it says and not try to read ahead? This doesn't seem right. This goes here. It's definitely this one. But I know the instructions are wrong on one thing, so I suspect these instructions are wrong. This is not the early war production one. This one should be blue. Blue plus red is this one. No. Yes. All right, let's trim this up. We're not gluing this until everything seems to be in place. Okay, that jives there. Yeah, instructions are wrong. Instructions are wrong. This should be the green one. This should be the green one right here. This one goes with these. And this one goes with these two. I'm telling you, you need to do some QC on those constructions. Not fooling me on it. Not fooling me. Whoever did the instructions is probably, hey, can you take a look at these? Yeah, they're good. Put it out to production. It's still not fitting in there great. Still not fitting in there great. I'm not really digging the way these things fit together, or how these things don't fit together. Okay, so that all seems to fit in there just fine. But when you put these things on, they fit kind of sloppy in the front. Now what's causing that sloppiness? Yeah, it's actually not. It's not touching here at the bottom. It's not touching here. So somehow this plate is too thick. This is all hidden. Let's see if this makes a difference at all. Oh, isn't this the best Japanese tank? Well, this isn't Japanese at all. This is a honey. Happy New Year to you too. This is an American tank that it fits great back here in the back. It's at the front where it doesn't. There's a little bit of a gap there. And it looks like the problem's here. See if that made it better. It did. Gap's a little smaller, but we'll just keep doing that. Much better gap there in the front. Take a little bit more off. Shouldn't have to do this. And I just hate the way it looks, as it makes it look like I put it together wrong. They arrived and they got all kinds of problems, Jeffrey. Already found something wrong with the instructions. Well, first of all, the instructions here, you know, this has the honey. It doesn't have the sponge, and that's fine. So I'm like, we'll figure that out. This is the hole it tells you to use for the early production. It's wrong. This is the hole for these two. This is the hole for this one. I'm telling you, man, the people that make these molds and the people that make the instructions are at odds with each other. They are at odds with each other. Okay, now just a little bit more so it can sit flush. Hold on one second. All right. In about 15 minutes, I got to take a break to switch the clothes. And my daughter's going to vacuum something. I'm like, hey, just wait till I have to switch the clothes. Okay, now we got this thing fitting correctly. Okay, and I'll show you here. This is how this piece came without modification. It fits okay in the back. God bless it. Let's see here. It fits okay in the back. It fits flush. But in the front, you got this gap. up here. And that just looks like I didn't do a good job of putting it together. But this part up here is too thick. It's hitting here where it shouldn't. So that's what we're cutting down. All kinds of errors here. What's the age range of this? Okay, so same thing. We're going to go on this side, and we're going to take some of this off. Wait till I see the Humber instructions. I've seen them. They don't have any. But that's okay. I don't mind. I still think they make a good product. I just don't understand why the people that build the mold and the guy that do the instructions hate each other. Well, that's better. But we still got some to go. Yeah, I could sand it, but it would take longer. I did shoot an unboxing video, but I haven't edited it yet. The people that do this live stuff don't watch the unboxing stuff. I mean, a couple of you guys overlap, but that's it. Yeah, I got these guys and the Humbers and the Valentines. A little bit more. I want to do something fun. I'm actually I'm not enjoying this time off that I have. I'm trying to get stuff done, have something to show for it, and it's been unfulfilling. Oh, there we go. There we go. So the problem is that this thickness that's here almost needs to be gone. There we go. And that's flush. And then this needs to be completely flush. There's a ridge there. And this needs to be flush. Like so. Okay. Whew. Alright, so you gotta glue the top to the bottom. I don't want to glue anything. I want to fit some stuff together. Get this off my desk. We're gonna vacuum in here anyways. Alright. That's what I've started doing. I've started shooting the unboxing video and then do whatever the hell I want. Because what ticks me off is I shoot an unboxing video. Like, I want to mess with these guys, but I can't. So I shoot the video, and then I edit it, and then I upload it, and then I tell people about it, and then I can start doing it what I want to, and then I run out of time, and then not enough people that I think is worthwhile watch my video, and I get kind of miffed about it. So, he read somewhere Japanese defined them as their best armor after they captured some of them after the fall of the Philippines. Oh. Let's see. Would I agree with that? They're the best light tank of the war, that's for sure. I mean, it's not even close. And we're just discounting the Chafee. That's kind of a cheater light tank, you know. putting a 75 millimeter gun on a tank and calling it a light tank. Cheater. But I wouldn't be surprised if they thought that. It's certainly the most reliable tank. The Wolfman. Welcome back, the Wolfman. I did make quite a bit of progress on the Panzer IV. That's what we're going to work on in the morning. So I went back and forth off camera. I went back and forth if I wanted it with white around the red numbers, and I don't. I just want red numbers on it. And I tried putting the big 3 numbers, and I didn't like it. So I just know I don't have time with the amount of time I have left. I don't have time to finish that tonight. So I figured maybe I should be able to pull. Which PSC tanks are these? These are the Honeys. I got the Honeys, a set of Valentines, and the Humbers. Yeah, the PSC instructions, there's absolutely no reason why they're this way. I mean, they make stuff that, well, this is the first thing I've ever had to adjust for fitment. And I'm still a fan of their stuff. I just, like I said, I don't understand why the guy that does the instructions and the guy that puts the models together hate each other, designs them. There's obviously some kind of angst there. They're operating on 2 different wavelengths for sure. I mean, I had seen these instructions before, okay? I've seen these instructions before and knew that the Honey does not have these little sponsons. Those sponsons were used like in the Philippines. So I'm like, no problem, we'll just cut those damn things off. What I wasn't expecting is that the hull they tell you to use for the early production, the top hull is actually the one for these 2. So this should be blue and red, not green. Green is this one. I'm telling you, it's just shit QC. Now look at the interesting thing about it. Look how far back this compartment is from the front. It's kind of like leaning, it's on the back end of the vehicle. Now, it's telling me to glue these things on. Let's see what kind of the fit is on here. You know, I'm not going to glue this on until we put the wraparound armor on this thing, because I don't want there to be a fitting issue. Assemble side armor and MG. Note, requires drilling. Alright, well, which one of these side armor things does it supposedly say? See, it's like, you know, isn't that how you guys do it in England? Tell me why we shouldn't stone these people. This is all good, man. Well within my skill set. Well within my skill set. It's just annoying. It's going to drive some people off. Alright, so here's all the sides we have. And there's one of each. So once again, it tells you to use the green ones. So this green's actually correct. The sand shields go with this one. But this hull goes with this one. And these with the little open sponsons should not go with that one. It should go with this one. And then this one should go with that one. You got all that? So these that are plugged, because the Brits got these, is like, oh, that's just way too many machine guns. As a matter of fact, I was reading something a couple months ago that said that these machine guns were fired electronically by the driver. So they were fixed. There was no flex in them at all. They were fixed up here, and the only way you could aim them is you had to move the entire vehicle from side to side. So you literally, it was like shifting the vehicle from side to side to clip them. So you're not going to hit one guy with both machine guns. You know, that's the video I should make. What you need to do to get this thing to fit. But, you know, I don't want to, you know, get into some flame war with Plastic Soldier Company. Like I said, I like their products. I like their products. Right. Now let's make sure this fits in here okay. So let's assume that we glued this little guy on here, and this should be able to fit around like this. And it does. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue this now. We're okay to glue now. Now, it grabs there underneath. Where does it grab on this thing? Here. Alright, so. What instructions were driving you crazy? Just send it over to me. I'll put it together and send it back. This stuff is, I mean, I'm not making you sound stupid, but, and you know, this shouldn't be your job to fix this. But if this gives you trouble, don't build some of those Russian kits, because they are brutal. They're absolutely brutal. One thing that helps these guys a lot is the plastic that they use is awesome. It slices. You could, you know, this process that I did here is pretty pain-free because this material is awesome. It's not brittle. You can sand it easy. You know, it's got a lot going for it. But this is just a lesson for you folks. Make sure you test fit the pieces before you have live glue on things. And there's a lot of things these guys do better than anybody else. This just doesn't happen to be, this happens to not be one of them. Or ladies. It could be a lady. I don't want to assume that the person running Plastic Soldier Company is a dude. Okay, so this thing fits together right. Right. Now we're going to put the two sides on the honey. And I don't know how their 15mm stuff is. It might be the same issue with those. You know, here's the thing. And I'm not a positive guy. I wouldn't say that I'm positive all the time, but this is a piece of cake compared to the bullshit you have to deal with at work. Okay? Think of it that way. And you can come out a winner. That's the whole thing, is you can do this. It's a problem. You can solve it, and you can feel good about yourself. You know, if you come away with defeat, that's not good. But this is like another win. This is like something you can kick square in the ass. And I'd make a video about this, but that's one of those things that are frustrating for me. Frustrating. You know? So just watch my live sessions and, you know. There we go. All right. Tell me how to build it. Now, the front plate and the MG. This is the front plate that they claim goes on here. Did we not remove that? Well, we may not have. We may not have removed that one piece. And the other thing that makes this real easy is you're able to use this. Okay? When I put those two armored cars together by Rapham, those were a nightmare because I had to either use super glue or I had to use epoxy. So it's just a mess. So this just allows you to just kind of, you know, tinker with it till you have it oriented in the correct place and, you know. Now, how big is she? Oh, she's a big target. I know these things are oversized a little bit. All right, the back plate. Did we cut that thing off? I'm concerned if there's a choice. I'm really concerned if there's a choice. So apparently, this is the one that goes on there. Now, what makes this one different from the other one? Because see, now these guys are on trial. What makes these different? Why should I choose this one over the other one? Well, they both have a shovel. They both have the same tools on them. It looks like the only difference is this has rivets that go around the outside perimeter of it, whereas this one does not. That is literally the only difference. These have rivets that go around the outside of it as opposed to being flush. Okay? But is that really the case? Let's get our squadron signal book. Un-Stuart like tanks. Which, if these guys made every book, this is like, you know, the gold standard to everything. And the reason why is there's lots of detail on it, and there's line drawings that are really, really good. Hopefully, there's some views of the rear, or it's not going to be very helpful. So we're going to look for some honeys in here. Such a cute vehicle. Stewards enter combat. I don't want to have to go to the internet, but I will. We got to build 3 of them. We don't want to make all 3 of them wrong. You see Tick dropped his link. Yeah, I saw that about an hour before I went on. We'll have to check that out. I didn't know you were a Tick fan. Okay, why isn't there anything on the bloody honey? Stupid Americans, all they do is focus on their shit. I didn't expect I was going to say that, did you? Hey, I call things like I see them. Oh, U.S. light tanks in action. Okay, you're dead to me. Well, you know what? You know what? You know where you should go. We're gonna go to Scalemates. Ha ha! Okay, I believe I gotta switch the clothes. I'll be right back in a jiff. It will just be a moment, and then we will gonna go on Scalemates. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm coming. All right, let's see here. You're gonna hear some vacuum cleaner in the background. Okay, we're going for only a few more minutes. Let's go live. All right. All right. Now that we actually know a little bit about this, I can switch you to, let's turn this off, and I can switch you to the display capture as soon as it behaves. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go off. We're off to Scalemates. Scalemates. Okay, Stash Manager. All right, so we're going to look for M3 Honey. And I already know what model I'm going to go grab. Because it's just a beautiful. Yeah, I mean, these plastic soldier companies should be easy as hell to put together. There's no reason why there's this kind of difficulty. I thought it was here. Isn't there a Bronco or something like that? Academy. Minart 135. Let's go to Minart 135. And there is a download instructions here. This doesn't look like it's got the honey shit on it. No. I actually like this symbol, even though the colors are reversed here on the roof. Yeah, here it is with the sponsons. I don't know why they gave me this. This is the wrong instructions for that kit. Oh, we don't have the exact instruction sheet, but we have them for Stewart. Okay, my bad. Mine Baden. Then which is the one that has the beautiful artwork in it? Is it this one? Might be this one. Let's download the. I wish I could. I'm gonna have to look at my downloads file and flush a bunch of stuff out here. Okay. Early production. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, here we go. All right, show me a picture of the rear. All right, this one has a bunch of rivets down here in the back. As a matter of fact, is Cameroni one of the ones that I'm doing? I'm going to do one with this crazy. Look at this. Look at this red, white, red up on the roof. I'm doing that shit on one of them. That's just crazy cool. That's crazy cool. So it looks like there's. Let's go look at the pieces. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, it looks like we got rivets all the way here at the top. So I'm going to agree just this once, and we're going to leave this page open. But these instructions are okay for the next piece. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we're going to come over here to display capture. We're going to turn that off. All right. So this piece that has the rivets here at the top. I'm going to say is okay. However, there's flash in between the rivets. Now, a sadist would take them all off and then put new rivets in, but that's sadistical. So we're just going to kind of carefully try to remove them. Like I said, their flash is easier to remove than anybody's flash. And then same thing on this side. Yeah, I'll check out his video tonight, hopefully. And see if the animations. I don't need the animations. I kind of do want the counters moving around. Show me where the units are. Hopefully that's included in this video. And this should go something like this. So this is still sloppy. It's only a modal, but you got to be careful how you put it, because it's like this, not the other way around. Or is that really the case? Now they're having me doubt everything. Yes, that's correct. All right. Oh, and I hope I didn't have to put that rear plate in the way. Which rear plate does it tell me to use? Hopefully there's only one, or I'm going to have to double check it to make sure it's the correct one. No, I didn't pull it out. There's only one, right? There shall only be one. No, there's bloody two of them. Hold on a second. No, there's only one. Whew. Thank you, Jesus. All right. I can't wait to see what's wrong with the Humbers. Oh, man. I don't mind putting models together. You know? Okay, that fits in there nicely. which is what Plastic Soldier Company is actually known for. Now, I'm not ripping them a new one. It's just, you know, they know better. You know, we expect this kind of stuff from people that don't know better. All right. Assemble front plate. There's only one, right? Yeah. Okay. Front plate it is. So you were on the Kickstarter, Jeffrey, of those Humber things, huh? I didn't realize that they used Kickstarter for stuff. And they still, and it was still a problem putting them together? I don't think those Humbers have a lot of optional parts, so it might just be fit and finish type stuff. We'll do it next. We'll do it next. See, that's the Plastic Soldier Company that we know and love. The stuff goes in there perfectly. Only use the Kickstarter for the 25-pounder. Well, you know, I got no problems with the 25-pounder at all. Okay. Righto. Now, the stowage that's on here. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's put the bloody turret together. Now, here's the thing that's weird about the turret. There's two pieces for the turret front, and I'll be damned if they don't look exactly the same. So this is the one they told me to take out. It's got some rivets on it. Tell me the other one doesn't have any rivets, and that's the difference. Nope, it's got rivets on it as well. So why are they different? What makes these two different? They're the freaking same. They're absolutely the same. These two pieces are exactly the same. Well, we cut the one in the position. The Humbers have limited extra stowage, but you can build turrets for both Mark 1s and 4s, and they're interchangeable. Excellent. Well, that's what you do then. Mark 4s were used in Italy. Those have the 2-pounder in them, right? Yeah, you can laugh about the 2-pounder all day long, but an armored car with a 2-pounder is nothing to make fun of. Are they the same dimensions, too? It's the same bloody piece. How truly odd. Well, we got some Humbers now. You know what's next. Daimlers. I've always liked British armored cars. They may not be as powerful as the German ones, but they're better looking. The British didn't have the ugly armored cars until late in the war. The desert ones are all cute. Alright, let's put the... Where's the MG that goes in a hole? It's got to be this one. And here's the problem. Even if you can make this whole section and get more Stewarts out of this thing, you still only get one 37mm gun. You still only get one of those. And it's not true. And it's got a lot of flash. Build a turretless recce version, but I need this hull though. I need the honey hull, and there's some. Well, I mean, I guess I could do the recce one and different ones, but I almost bought 4 packs of these. I just decided, nah, let me get some different stuff for variety. What am I going to do with 12 honeys? Have a bloody wall. I got all the polyfill. I'm going to be picked. You know, we get a bunch of honeys running across the board. You better believe they're going to have some of this. We're going to spray paint some of this sand color. Look at this stuff. This is just going to be just strewn out behind them. I'm telling you, we're going to make it real. It's gonna be real here. Real dusty. Okay. This seems to fit. This way. Lovely. Well, there's one. Bending over on my day off. Nope. One fell in the chair, and the other one's down here. Tony's bend over modeling. What kind of pictures are you taking? Man, just shoddy flash. Older fans. Talking about what part of the body is hurting today. Ooh. Chicks with walkers. Older fans. Grandma's baking cookies on those things. You shouldn't have part of your body hurting. You're not that old. Alright, let's go ahead and glue this thing together. Older fans. I don't know anything. I mention it. I don't know anything about older fans, or whatever the other one's called. Only fans. You know why? You can't check it out for free. So why would I check it out? Okay. Now the rear of this. They claimed, oh, there's only one. Okay, well that's good. There should only be one. I actually do know somebody who's not that much older than me. And it's a lady, and she is in. Every time she comes over, she doesn't come over. Anytime I've encountered her, all she does literally is talk about what ailments she has. And she's got a lot of them. And, I mean, it's like, it's extreme. It's freaking extreme what she talks about. Like, you leave her alone and it's like a freaking dissertation on her ailments. Okay, and now the front of this bloody thing. Fits like so. Perfect. Nobody's stuff sands as easy as this. Their plastic is just really, which, you know, of course means if you go too far, you're screwed, because it sands up quick. All right. This is gonna take some TLC. Sorry, we're covering some of it up, but I need more light. I'm covering the part where nothing's happening anyways. Well, only a few hours to the most dangerous night in the year. I won't be going anywhere. But we should be back in the morning. And there's a lot of flash on this thing. Edinburgh Hogmanay. Sounds like one of those fake names. You know, like 20 years ago, well, I think it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. I'd get all this junk mail at work. It was junk mail from randomly named fictitious people. They wanted you to, click on the email so you could pick up something. And it was random first names and random last names, all jumbled together. So you might get an email from McGillicuddy Williams, and the fact that it is a last name doesn't matter. It might be thrown in there as a first name, Robinson John, Smith Jeffrey, something that looks like one of those make-believe names. Rabinowitz Mark, Edinburgh Hogmanay. Celebrations canceled because of weather. Looks like we have a storm brewing with snow forecast for Wednesday. Well, that sucks. Oh, the Chinese are happy. They don't celebrate this New Year's. glue this thing in place. Edinburgh Hogmanay. Okay, and the roofage. What's going on with the roofage? Something's queer afoot. Interesting. The green one is apparently this one. Uh-oh. Alright, good. Small vision ports. I hope they didn't screw that up. I'm taking people's faith on things. I better. They arrived, yes, they arrived with all kinds of problems. But we're kicking them square in the ass, solving them. Let's make sure that these don't have, the instructions are wrong. I thought it just had the sponson thing wrong. No, they got other issues as well. Nothing we haven't been able to solve. Yeah, they arrived in a box that looks like it'd been, you know, was given to them by the tourister, that tourister monkey, slinging them around. I'm surprised nothing was broken on it. Okay, where the hell is that? Show me a turret. Show me the turret. Okay, it's got the small box. Okay, perfect. You haven't opened your box yet. We'll wait to assemble it until the sides don't fit on there, but it's an easy conversion. It's nothing you can't handle. But then I knew that these sponsons were wrong. See, it tells you to use these green ones here, and these green ones are really for this one, for the blue. So these blue ones are actually the one for this early one. And then this hull that's supposed to be for the early one is not the hull for the early one. This is the hull for the early one, the top hull. This one's for blue and red. So, you know, you'd figure it out too if you just test fitted stuff before you put it on there. Haven't opened your box. How can you not open your box yet, man? You wouldn't be able to stand it. I did film an unboxing video, but you know, we're plowing along. Whoa, Nelly! That's why you shouldn't model naked. One of the many reasons. Okay, what is going on here? We got that, we got that. Here's the top, supposedly. It fits like this, supposedly. And then I got this piece that sits on top of it, supposedly. I guess they give you a turret figure. I guess he's not removable. Saving it up for this coming Sunday. Well, if you watch my feed tomorrow morning, or over the weekend, we'll do it before then. It won't be on my unboxing video. Although it could be. We haven't edited the video yet. This is sorry that there's this much flash on that same line that all those rivets and stuff are on. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But normally they take about an hour to put together. These will probably be 2 hours to put together, maybe even more than 2 hours to put together. Just because of the sloppiness of some of this stuff. It is like this, isn't it? Yeah. This thing's got all kinds of issues. This thing's got all kinds of issues. So let's trim this down. Now let's see how this fits in here. Now it fits like it should. Ish. I can only imagine what surprises the Valentine's going to have. I can only imagine. Nothing we can't handle. When do Valentine 3s come out? Because Valentine 2s are... not as good looking. Okay. Valentine 2. Oh, Valentine 2. Take after my through Mount AEC 600 Recuse Rain Desert compartment. Okay. Valentine 3 modification turret design moving forward. What? Really? It doesn't tell you when it freaking starts on this thing? What good is this Wikipedia bullshit? Oh well, we'll have to take a look at that. Two of them are probably going to get built as Mark IIs, and the other one is a whatever the one in Tunisia is. That's the 3 or the 9. I'm going to do it in pink. This is just kind of ridiculous that there's this kind of flash on this spot. It's going to have to do. Now let's check. This fits in there. Alright, now you got a hatch that is uber wonky. And it's either closed like this or flipped open. There's actually like a little prop thing that keeps this that keeps it open. Or a little kickstand, so to speak. And I guess if you've got a commander, he just gets glued in that position. Alright. Well, only one of these is only going to have the hatch open. Only one of them. The other thing about these things is you got these whip antennas, and I do mean antennas that are at like almost like a 45-degree angle from here. So these should be pretty sweet looking. Interesting, it doesn't fit in the wow, the finish on this thing is really pretty poor. Still not. Still doesn't fit in here. I mean, it's tight all the way around. Wow. Shame, 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 shame. Hey! Hallelujah! Man, that's tighter than I'm not going to say. Make tight. There's nothing really I can take off of that thing, so it's all got to come out of the turret ring. It's a sloppy fit, man. I was expecting better. They did it on purpose so people in Britain would have a bad impression of American tanks. Okay. We're going to make this one closed. I don't think we glued that in, did we? Right. Assemble the rear detailing. Just has this random thing there, and there's no locator blocks or anything. Like, have fun storming the castle. Here's the whole MG. It's interesting that it does not have it just has that 30 cal just pointing to, hey, just attach it to the turret somewhere. Where? Doesn't tell you where. Crickets. Maybe I have misplaced enthusiasm with these people. It doesn't tell you where the hell they go. I'm sure we can figure that out. Scare you. Yeah, just, one of the things is prepare for it to be a challenge. If you're expecting, oh, this ought to be a walk in the park, you're like, what the hell is this? At least you're prepared. None of this is nothing you can't solve. But yeah, it's just kind of unexpected. I wasn't expecting that. And there's a lot of flash on this thing. It's just weird, man. That's what I'll do is I'm probably going to build one of each. And I'll add them to the back of my unboxing video. Being prepared that it's going to be a nightmare is not fair. Difficult. Obstinate. When I finish your PSC, I can recall the plates that cover the front of the tracks do not fit well and had to use filler to plug the gap. Looks okay after. Yeah, that's the only issue I've had before with them. I also. For the universal carriers, those are way too expensive. They're way too expensive. I mean, yeah, you get 7 of them, but man, they cost a fortune. Well, these should fit. Like so. And have a gap underneath them, I think. Let's see, there's a part on here that's bigger. plenty of printed universal carriers that have any version you need. Yep. Right now I don't need any of them. I've got to finish watching Rogue Heroes tonight. Got two and a half episodes, or we're gonna lose it. All right, behind that. Yeah, how are you supposed to put that machine gun? Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call this one. We'll be back on in the morning, and, we'll go from there.